One of the biggest mysteries of Arrow's fourth season was, who's buried in the grave that we see in the season premiere's flash forward? The question is seemingly answered in the season's 18th episode, 1159, in which Laurel Lance, the Black Canary, is killed after a fight with Damien Darhk. However, some fans don't believe she's really dead. And given the show's history of characters seemingly dying and then returning to life, it's not too hard to understand why. The biggest supporting evidence of a death fake-out comes from the way Laurel's death scene is shot, what we see, and especially what we don't see. There's also a very strong similarity to what the show Alias did with Michael Vaughn in that show's 5th season. In the premiere of Alias Season 5, Vaughn is shot in a brutal attack by that season's big bad, Gordon Dean. Vaughn survives the attack because he's wearing a bulletproof vest, but the vest takes so much damage that he's still seriously injured. He's taken to the hospital where he appears to stabilize. After an emotional conversation with Sydney, Vaughn suddenly flatlines. For all intents and purposes, and as far as the viewers know, Michael Vaughn is dead. It's not until much later in the season that it's revealed that Vaughn is still alive, and his death was staged to keep him safe from further attacks by their enemies until he could recover.
Sodium morphate. It slowed down my body functions to a point that mimicked death. Apparently I spent 4 hours in a drawer at the morgue, waiting for Jack's contact to reach me to administer the antidote.
I believe Arrow's done basically the same thing with Laurel. She's seriously injured by the season's big bad, Damien Darhk. Laurel survives long enough to be taken to the hospital, where she appears to stabilize. Suddenly, after an emotional conversation with Oliver, she goes into convulsions and flatlines. For all intents and purposes, and as far as the viewers know, Laurel Lance is dead. But let's look at that scene between Laurel and Oliver. She asks him to bring her something from her costume. He hands her a photograph that he'd kept with him on Land U, but it looks like he's holding something else as well. We don't get a clear shot of whether it's just a wallet of some kind or whether there might be something else inside.
I need you to promise me something.
Laurel asks Oliver to promise her something, and then we immediately cut to the rest of the team outside the room. The next time we're back in the hospital room, Laurel's already in convulsions. It seems likely that Laurel asked Oliver to give her something that would bring her close to death so that she could go into hiding. She probably asked him to promise not to tell anyone else on the team that she was still alive. After all, we just saw what happened when John Diggle trusted his brother Andy, who betrayed the team. The fewer people who know the truth in this case, the better. This would keep Laurel safe from further attacks. It was only in this very episode that Damien revealed he knew everyone's secret identity.
Andy here might have mentioned that his brother John worked for the Green Arrow, or should I say, Oliver Queen. See, I know what you're all thinking, but he didn't tell me. It was really just a hop, skip, and a jump from the whole Diggle connection to you, to your little sister, to your ex-girlfriend.
If Laurel Lance was alive and in the hospital, it would be very easy to finish her off. In hiding, Laurel can continue to work in secret to gather intel on Damien and stay off the radar. Now, to be clear, I'm not suggesting that Arrow is ripping off Alias or stealing their plot or anything like that. Just that I think they're headed in a very similar direction with Laurel's storyline, and that above all, we've not seen the last of Laurel Lance or the Black Canary.
Laurel Lance, always trying to save the world.
Runs in the family.
Love you.
Agree with my theory? Disagree? Have a better one? Sound off in the comments below and let me know what you think. And keep watching Arrow to see if I'm right. Thanks for watching.